一刀流居合獅子孫孫
うっせえ行こう逃げたお前は俺の仲間だ
何も分かった。
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today, I'm going to be asking the question, who else in the One Piece universe has Conqueror's Haki? So, the question itself is pretty self-explanatory. I will be considering all time, so including people of legends and people who have died. Who else, apart from those confirmed, have had Conqueror's Haki? Now, despite what we all probably think and assume in our heads, you know, this person obviously has Conqueror's Haki, oh, he has to have it, you know, etc, etc. Based on the One Piece wiki, there's actually only 17 confirmed Conqueror's Haki users in One Piece. 19 if you include filler characters, but I'm not going to include them today. So, currently there's 13 confirmed that are alive, and 4 deceased Conqueror's Haki users, including Whitebeard, Ace, Odin, and Roger. So, what I'm going to be basing this video off is the confirmed list. So, who else, apart from this group here, surely has Conqueror's Haki? And it's a bit of a prediction video as well. Most of it is based on speculation, but I'm pretty confident in these picks. So we'll see what Oda has in store for us, and we'll see if I'm correct later down the track. So obvious spoiler alert for this video, I'm going to be talking about content up to the current chapter, the latest one, 1053, so if you're not up to date, probably don't watch this one today. But look, the bottom line for this video, there are plenty of people who have Conqueror's Haki, apart from this group here. Almost doubled, in fact, in my opinion, that are quite obvious. So I'll go through it in different groups, I think. So how about I start with the legends? They're arguably some of the strongest characters in the history of One Piece. So for example, Rox, another very infamous D member. Yeah, Rox has surely got to have Conqueror's Haki, like, surely. He was leading Kaido, Big Mom, like prime, I'll say young Whitebeard, but still, someone who could command over those three, oh, surely. And I feel like Oda is really setting the premise for, if there's anyone very strong in an important or captain position, they're just about 99% likely to have Conqueror's Haki. Especially at that level, you know, the Whitebeard Roger type level, like strongest in the world. So I think Rox definitely had it. Going back, way back, potentially to the Void Century, I think the original Joy Boy, who we don't know much about, surely had Conqueror's Haki. I think the God of the Blade surely had Conqueror's Haki. I mean, if Zoro has it, and he's just aspiring to be the world's strongest swordsman, then surely Ruma has to have it if he's arguably the strongest swordsman in the history of One Piece. So I think Rox, Joy Boy, and Ruma are 3 very confident picks of for people who have Conqueror's Haki. Outside of those, other legends, obviously we have Roger, Prime Whitebeard. I guess you could put Sengoku into that category because he's, you know, sort of old and retired now. Rayleigh's got Haki. Don Chinjiao's got Haki, even though he himself is actually quite weak. He's probably the weakest out of all the confirmed Haki users. That does give me an idea. I might actually do a tier list of these confirmed users at some point, so look forward to that. But yeah, spoiler for that, Don Chinjiao will probably be at the bottom, if not very close. And I guess he proves the point, you don't have to be the strongest guy in the universe to use Conqueror's Haki. Yeah, anyways. So, legends, Rox, Joy Boy, Ruma, definitely. I do have a couple maybes that I'm not completely confident in. One of them is Shiki. He was no doubt very, very strong as well. Also in the Rock's pirate crew with Kaido, Big Mum, and Whitebeard. He went on to do his own thing. I'm hesitant to confirm that he would have Conqueror's Haki. We don't know much about his exploits since then. Obviously he appeared in Strong World, but that is filler, so we can't technically count it. There was a One Piece manga volume, manga chapter I guess, which precedes the movie Strong World, which Oda did write, so that's technically sort of canon, which explains he did go to prison and then break out and then do his own thing, and that sort of leads into Strong World. But Strong World itself isn't filler, and that's a very bad indication of strength as well, because he lost to pre-time skip, pre-Haki Luffy. But no, Shiki doesn't really come off as one with great ambitions, kingly ambitions, because you think he would have been doing something all this time. He still could be. We actually don't know whereabouts he is, but yeah. So Shiki probably, surely has it, but I'm not gonna confirm it as a confident prediction today. And the last one from my sort of legends bucket is the third strongest member of the Roger Pirates, which is Gaban. Sort of like the Sanji to Zoro and Luffy. Definitely up there. I think a lot of people put him in the same tier as Rayleigh, but did he have Conqueror's Haki? I don't know. I'm leaning towards no, but yeah, remnants of Roger's crew, like, you know, Shanks is another example. He was just a kid at the time, but it wouldn't be unheard of for another member to have Conqueror's Haki within the crew. And talking about multiple members having Conqueror's Haki, if Yamato ends up joining the Straw Hats, they'll have 3 confirmed members using Conqueror's Haki, which is pretty damn cool. So by that argument, you know, there could be a third in the Roger Pirates at that time. Obviously Shanks got it later. So Gaban's another a maybe. I'm not going to confidently list him down today, but definitely a maybe. Now, moving on from Legends to the World Government. And I think there are plenty in the World Government who have Conqueror's Haki. Imu at the very, very top. We actually don't know what Imu's deal is. There's lots of theories that Imu's been around since the Void Century, you know, somehow. I think Imu at the top of this world, essentially. Above the 5 Elders, above all hierarchy, above the Celestial Dragons, surely. Unlike the 5 Elders, I think Imu will actually be strong and have probably a really OP ability, or just, you know, really strong fighting ability. So I think Imu will definitely have Conquerors. I mean, surely. So that's a confident prediction of mine. I think Kong will have it, especially if Sen Goku is confirmed to have it, and Kong was the previous Fleet Admiral before him. I think Kong definitely has it. I think Akainu, the current Fleet Admiral, has it. I think Aokiji has it as well. Now, as we know, Aokiji is no longer a member of the World Government. I'm on board with the theory that he's actually a member of Sword with Kobe and Drake, and he's acting under the permission of Sengoku and infiltrating the Blackbeard Pirates or something along those lines. I mean, he hasn't actually joined as far as we know yet. He's sort of just helping them out or allying with them at the moment. So I'm under that theory. I guess technically Aokiji isn't a part of the World Government anymore. I'm just lumping him in here with the Admirals. I think he is about the same level as Akainu. So I think he has Conquerors as well. And I'm pretty confident in that choice. Another very clear one for me is Garp. Surely Garp has Conqueror's Haki. Like, Luffy has it. Surely Dragon has it. Dragon's actually not confirmed either, but yeah, surely Garp has it. Especially if Sengoku has it as well. And if Roger had it, and Roger was the Pirate King, and Garp was pretty much the rival of the Pirate King, or one of the many rivals, probably his strongest rival within the World Government, surely Garp has it. So Imu, Kong, Akainu, Aokiji, you know, even though there's a little star on that, he's not technically in the World Government, and Garp. Now, probably, and most likely, the 3 admirals have Conqueror's Haki as well. Like, surely. See, I'm a bit torn about this one because naturally you think, oh, they're so damn strong, there isn't any way they don't have Conqueror's Haki. Especially if Don Jinjiao and Katakuri have Conquerors. And especially since the recent scuffle, I guess, between Rokyugyu and the King and Queen, and he's talking down the mere Yonko commanders, and Katakuri is a Yonko commander. Like, surely they have it. Just think of the gap between Rokyugyu and Don Jinjiao, for example. Like, based on strength, absolutely, but as we know, it's not just a strength thing, it's also about ambition. And for that reason, I can't imagine Oda not giving it to all of them. Think of Kizaru, who's lazy, doesn't seem very ambitious. He's just sort of doing his job, going along with life, doesn't seem to care. Low effort sort of thing. So I can't imagine Oda not giving it to him. Not sure about Fujitora and Rokyugyu, we don't really know what their ambitions are. So I'm very torn on this one. I'm going to go ahead and say probably, surely. But also, they don't need it to be as strong as they are. Like, they are so OP without it. So that one, I'm a bit torn on. More on the confidence side, but yeah, there's just a bit of uncertainty there. And I'm not 100% sure that Oda will give them all Conqueror's Haki. Now, there's a lot of candidates within the world government. I'm going to dish out some no's and say these characters don't have Conqueror's Haki. I don't think the 5 elders have it. I think they are just old, stubborn men who sit at the top. I think they just sit behind safe doors. They never get into action. They just send out orders. I don't think they have any fighting ability, nor do I think they deserve Conqueror's Haki. Like, yeah, I really hope they don't have it, and I really hope they're not super strong. Like, the swordsman 5 elder might be somewhat strong, but I really hope they don't have it. So I'm going to go ahead and say no. I don't think anyone in CP0 has Conqueror's Haki. They are nowhere near the level of the admirals and the marines. Like, Lucci absolutely does not deserve it either. He shouldn't have it. In terms of scientists, we still haven't seen Vegapunk. Like, he could have it. I strongly doubt it, coming from a scientist. I don't think he'll have it. In terms of younger Navy members who will get stronger later on, I think Kobe is going to get it. I don't think he's quite there yet. He's obviously unlocked Haki. He unlocked that back at Marineford. It's been a couple of years since then. He's been training, slowly getting stronger. Apparently he's even confident enough to go against Hancock, but at the moment I pick Hancock over him. So I think Kobe will definitely get it. You know, he's got the ambition to be an admiral, and I guess that ambition itself also supports the 3 admirals having it as well, which, you know, I'm quite confident with. But yeah, so I think Kobe's definitely going to get it eventually, not yet. And a big maybe is Smoker. Like, maybe later. You know, say he keeps getting stronger, keeps rising, changing the world from the inside. Say he becomes an admiral later. I can imagine him getting it. I think he's not there yet. So Kobe's are definitely later. Smoker, sort of a maybe later. So yeah, from the world government, Imu, Kong, Akainu, Aokiji, even though he doesn't count, Garp, and probably the 3 admirals at this stage. Now, moving on to pirates. Now, there's 2 very clear ones in this list. One of the 4 emperors, Blackbeard. I think either him or the world government are going to be sort of the final villain in the final arc of One Piece. I think Blackbeard, no doubt, has Conqueror's Haki. I'm willing to bet money on that. I can't see Oda not giving it to him. You could argue, you know, why hasn't he gotten it yet? He's actually quite old. He was with Whitebeard for a while. I think he was just taking a back seat and waiting for the right time, or he could have been hiding this entire time. Who knows? But I think he will definitely have it. And the other one is Mihawk, world's strongest swordsman. We talk about Zoro getting Conqueror's Haki just by having the ambition of being the world's strongest swordsman. By that respect, I don't think there's any way that Mihawk doesn't have it. And ever since Wano and Onigashima, we know that you can coat weapons and attacks in Conqueror's Haki, and it makes them much, much stronger. So I don't think there's any way that the world's strongest swordsman wouldn't be utilizing those abilities in his attacks to cut things. You know, that's the strongest way to cut anything. So yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that Mihawk is going to have it, and I'll be disappointed if he didn't, because I'm really looking forward to an eventual Zoro vs Mihawk clash with Conqueror's Haki, which will be sick. So the two clear ones in the pirate bucket are Blackbeard and Mihawk. There's a couple maybes, which we haven't seen enough of yet, or at least recently, and they are a couple Yonko commanders. So Ben Beckman under Shanks. I wouldn't be surprised if he had it. A lot of people put him on the same level as a young Rayleigh. He's probably at the same level as Zoro, if not stronger at the moment. So if he got it, I wouldn't be mad. I'm pretty confident in going ahead and say he probably has it, but we just don't know enough yet. Another one is Shiryu under Blackbeard. Now I really hope he doesn't have it. I don't think he deserves it. I don't think he really has the ambitions, and he's a scumbag. But he could have it. I just hope he doesn't. I think Ben Beckman is more likely than Shiryu, but they're both sort of a maybe for me at the moment. Now there's a few I want to say I don't think will have Conqueror's Haki. The first one, the newest Yonko of the group,
Buggy the Clown.
As much as I love him, it would be broken and a complete turnaround for him to suddenly gain Conquerors, so I don't think he will have it. I don't think Burgess will have it under Blackbeard. There's a bit of a debate, like, I think Burgess is technically the first mate of Blackbeard, but he's weaker than Shiryu, so I'm not sure really who technically. I can't really remember, but I don't think Burgess will have it. I think he's a bum. He also lost to Sabo in Dressrosa, so you think he would have pulled it out if he was getting desperate, but yeah, I don't think he has it, and I'm happy he does it. I also don't think Weevil will have it. I actually don't like Weevil at all as a character. I think he's unnecessary. I hate that little fake mum, and I don't like the look of him, and he keeps killing civilians. I don't like him. I don't think he really has any ambition. He just seems stupid, and he seems like he's just following the whims of that annoying old lady who's saying, "Your Whitebeard son, go get money," and crap like that. Weevil's probably quite strong, but I don't think he will have Conqueror's Haki. He better not. That'll annoy me. And in terms of who might get it later, like who I can see getting stronger, like I talked about before, Kobe and Smoker might get it eventually. On the pirate side, Aruj, he might get it. He's a bit of an unknown. All we know is that he's invaded Big Mum's territory previously, but he lost to Cracker. So he's not that strong at the moment. He's definitely less than Zoro and Sanji. Probably at the same level as Jinbei, I'd say. Maybe less. But yeah, but bit of an unknown. Say he gets a lot stronger later and does a lot more, he might end up with it. Killer is another one. Obviously we've seen Zoro get Conqueror's Haki after his captain. As we know, Kid is another confirmed user of Conqueror's Haki. And Killer is definitely a trustworthy first mate and will do anything for his captain, like we saw in his battle versus Hawkins, which was awesome, by the way. We haven't seen too much about Killer sort of confidently saying, you know, I'm going to be the world's strongest swordsman, so I'm not completely sure about his ambition, but I wouldn't be surprised if he got it either. I mean, you think of a first mate like Katakuri. He wasn't going around saying, I'm going to be the Pirate King. He was more supporting Big Mom in becoming the Pirate King. So it doesn't always have to be your ambition, which makes it a little bit confusing, but still. So I could see Killer getting it later. I'm going to go maybe for now. And then lastly on the maybe later list is Sanji. Just like I talked about Gavan before, you know, it wouldn't be unheard of to have at least 3 members with Conquerors in a crew. The Straw Hats could potentially become the first crew with 4 Conqueror's Haki members if Yamato joins and Sanji gets it later. It would be cool to see Sanji get buffed and put him back up with Zoro in that respect. I'm not sure he'll get it. I personally vote no. But, you know, it's ultimately up to Oda. It could happen later. I don't mind either way, but I don't think that'll happen. But the two confident picks I have from the pirate group are Blackbeard and Mihawk. And then a third quite confident maybe is Ben Beckman. And now lastly, the last few, well I guess 1 and 2, that do or might have Conqueror's Haki from this other bucket. Not a legend, not from the world government, not a pirate, but revolutionaries. So I think Dragon is the last one who definitely has Conqueror's Haki. If Luffy has it, if Garp surely has it, Dragon has got to have it. Like, you could argue he has the biggest ambition with trying to change the whole world. Very debatable, but his ambition is no doubt there. So I think Dragon's a clear-cut Conqueror's user. We still haven't seen his full strength yet. I hope he's an absolute beast. We're all guessing that he's going to have some sort of wind devil fruit, which will be sick, so super keen to see him in action. But the last maybe I have is his first commander, or technically chief of staff, because they operate a bit differently, which is Sabo, Luffy's second brother. Now, I'm a bit torn on Sabo. He wasn't really pushed far enough in Dressrosa, nor did he have any really appropriate group scenarios to dish it out on a bunch of fodder. So I'm a bit torn on him. I'm not super clear on what his ambition is. He seems to be really keen on supporting Dragon and changing the world. I don't think it's outrageous for him to get it. I mean, you think about it, Luffy obviously has it. Ace had it too. So that's 2 out of the 3 brothers having it. And if you rank Sabo above Ace in your power scaling, then, you know, it makes sense for Sabo to have it as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go maybe. I'm not completely confident on Sabo yet. We'll see. I think it would be super cool if he had it, and I think that'd also buff him as well and make him a lot more of a stronger character for the final arcs to come. So I do hope he has it, but I'm not super confident yet. So at the moment, I'm just going to stick with Dragon as my confident pick within the Revolutionaries. And look, that's about it. So like I said at the start of the video, there are plenty of characters who surely have Conqueror's Haki. Now, I'm saying surely a lot, I'm saying definitely a lot. Of course, it's all speculation, and it's ultimately going to be up to Oda, and we will see what happens in the next few hundred chapters, if One Piece still goes for that long. But yeah, I'm quite confident. So from the list today, among legends, world government, pirates, and the revolutionaries, there's about 10 to 15 very, very confident picks that I've predicted today, and then a lot of maybes and a few maybe laters, like, you know, Kobe for example, or very likely to get it later. So let me know what you think. I'm pretty confident with this list, and if I get some correct predictions later on, I'll be sure to say, oh, you know, I predicted that a while back. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with this list today. So let me know what you think. Let me know if there is anyone else I've missed, or if you think someone definitely doesn't have Conqueror's Haki. Let me know down below, and then I'll have a squiz. That's about it for today. So thanks for watching once again. I appreciate it. And if you have any other ideas for videos, let me know, and I'll give it a go. Alright, well, have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Alright, cheers.